Basta kay Sir Rojan, ibang klase. Let's go! Okay, welcome ulit sa ating klase. Sa video na to, pag-uusapan natin ang Article 1305. This article na to, dinidiscuss ang tungkol sa contracts. Ano nga ba ang definition ng isang contract at anong mga essential requisites para magkaroon tayo ng isang valid contract? Ano nga ba? O ready ka na? Sige, start tayo. Let's go! Ayan, sige, basahin muna natin. Article 1305. A contract is a meeting of minds between two persons whereby one binds himself with respect to the other to give something or to render some service. So dito sa article na to, start na tayo ng Title 2 ng Civil Code, which is about contracts, Chapter 1 ng General Provisions. So Title 2 na tayo, which is about contracts. So start tayo ng Chapter 1, which is entitled General Provisions. So hindi pa tayo mismo pupunta dun sa mga specific articles pertaining to contract. We're just here to discuss muna the concept of contract. So starting 1305, ano nga bang ibig sabihin ng contract? So dinidefine ng 1305 ang ibig sabihin ng contract. So ang ibig sabihin ng contract daw is a meeting of minds. Pero bago natin discuss yung definition, ang term na contract ay nagmula sa salitang cum traho. Okay? So, cum traho. Ano ibig sabihin niyan? Ibig sabihin niyan is agreement or convention. Pero don't be misled kasi mas malawak ang convention. So, this is broader than the contract. Kasi ang contract is limited lang dun sa pag-create ng patrimonial obligations eh. Okay? So, creating patrimonial obligations. Unlike dito sa conventions, included dyan yung any kind of agreement na pwedeng related sa patrimonial or even family relations. Kaya dito sa 1305, ang dinidiscuss lang muna natin is limited lang dito sa ating pag-create ng obligations, particularly patrimonial obligations. Okay? Pero kung babasahin natin yung definition, medyo incomplete, no? Yung definition provided here in 1305 seems to be incomplete kasi general rule lang yung sinasabi dyan. So ito general rule lang. Ano yung general rule? Consensuality. Consensual ang contract. Pag sinabing consensual, hindi kailangan nakasulat para magkaroon ng validity ang isang contract. Okay? So kino-cover lang ng 1305 yung mga consensual contracts. Okay? Kasi sabi dito, basta may meeting of minds na kayo, meron na kayong contract. So generally, it doesn't need to be in writing for the contract to be valid, for the meeting of minds to be considered valid, and that's the definition of consensuality or consensual. Okay? Hindi niya pinag-uusapan yung formal contract. Kasi ang formal contract, so not deal with formal contract. Kasi ang formal contract is required to be in writing. Okay? Required to be in writing. So, ibig sabihin, general rule, contracts can be perfected by mere consent even without writing. May contract tayo, and that is consensual contracts. So therefore, ang 1305 does not deal with formal contracts. Okay? At also, nakalagay lang dito whereby one binds himself with respect to the other to give something or to render some service. Another is unilateral lang. Unilateral yung yung tinutukoy diyan. Pero don't get me wrong kasi contracts can be bilateral. It's just that by the definition, medyo kulang siya dahil nga unilateral lang yung pinututunguhan niya diyan. Okay? Yan. At saka ano, pinag-uusapan din sa 1305 na nag-create lang siya ng obligation at hindi nag-extinguish. Pero again, contract can be in many forms, no? It can be verbal, it can be written. Tawag natin doon real contract kapag kailangan siya ay, tawag natin doon ay formal contract kapag kailangan siya ay nasa writing. Pwede rin siyang bilateral contracts, which sabihin parehas may obligation at parehas may right ng isa't isa. Okay, pero kung i-dissect mo yung definition, um, meron siyang parang incompleteness dun sa kanyang definition. Pero yun nga, ah, ito yung intention eh. Yun yung intention ng ating batas just to give us what is an idea of a contract. It doesn't need to be in writing for it to be valid. It can be unilateral, but it can also be bilateral. So ngayon, pag-usapan natin yung definition ng isang contract. Okay? So sabi dyan, ang contract daw is meeting of minds between two persons whereby one binds himself with respect to the other to give something or to render some service. So, ibig sabihin, para magkaroon tayo ng existence ng isang contract, kailangan may conformity ang dalawang tao. Okay? Between parties. And pag sinabing two persons, it does not necessarily or literally means human beings. So, two persons means two parties. Okay? Hindi siya literal na tao, no? Yan. So, two parties na merong isang magkakaroon ng obligation na pwedeng demandable, okay? At merong isang magkakaroon ng right na pwedeng i-enforce. Okay? So, two parties, merong isang magkakaroon ng obligation at merong isang magkakaroon ng right. Yan. Okay? Kaya nga ang contract ay isang source of obligation. Yun yung one binds himself. Ito na yung obligation. Merong isang taong willing i-bind ang kanyang sarili para magbigay ng isang bagay or mag-render ng isang service. At merong isang taong may karapatan na i-enforce na gawin or ibigay yung kailangang ibigay ng isang taong may obligation. Okay? Kapag ang isang agreement ay walang obligation na na-produce, walang contract yun. Okay? At saka yung obligation na yun is not enforceable in courts. So it's not a contract. Kailangan pag contract, may mapuproduce na obligation at merong isang mapuproduce na right na pwede mong i-enforce sa isang court. Otherwise, if there's no obligation produced in an agreement, then there's no contract. Okay? No obligation, no contract. Okay? Kapag naman ang isang contract ay required to be in writing, yung writing is not itself the contract, but only an evidence. Okay? Evidence lang yung writing na merong contract na nag-exist, but it doesn't necessarily refer to the contract itself. Okay? Halimbawa, nagkasundo ang dalawang party na isulat. Ibig sabihin, may contract sila. Hindi naman necessarily na yung pagkakasulat ang contract. Yung meeting of minds there, yung meeting of minds mismo ang contract. Kasi paano pag hindi naman nakasulat yan at hindi required naman nakasulat? Valid ba yun? Valid pa din kasi may meeting of minds. Okay? Again, if the contract is reduced into writing, yung writing is not the contract itself, but it only serves as a written evidence na merong contract. Okay? Meron kasing contract kahit walang written evidence. Okay? Ayan. And take note, okay? Hindi lahat ng agreement ay kailangan may contract, pero lahat ng contract, ibig sabihin may agreement. So not all agreements constitute contracts, but all contracts constitute agreement. So not all agreements constitutes contracts, but all contracts constitute agreements. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin niya? Hindi lahat ng napagkasunduan ninyo ay may kontrata kayo, pero lahat ng kontrata ninyo ay meron kayong pinagkasunduan, ay meron kayong kasunduan. Kasi halimbawa, wala namang kayong intention na magkaroon ng obligation, pero nagkasundo kayo, okay? Wala kayong contract, okay? Pero pag may contract kayo, ibig sabihin nun may pinagkasunduan kayo or meron kayong kasunduan. Hindi pwedeng walang napagkasunduan tapos may contract. Basically, it defeats the definition. Kaya nga meeting of minds ibig sabihin meron kayong agreement. Yung meeting of minds, that serves as the two parties agreed with each other as to the stipulations or kung ano man yung agreement. Therefore, if there's no agreement, there's no contract. But there can be an agreement even though there's no contract. Okay? Kasi ang intention ng dalawang parties ayaw magkaroon ng contract pero nagkasundo na lang sila. Okay? At meron namang iba na pag may contract, ibig sabihin may napagkasunduan. Yan. Okay, balik tayo doon sa two persons or two parties. Sir, nakalagay dito, between two persons. Ibig sabihin po ba, ang contract is limited lang sa dalawa? No. Hindi siya limited sa dalawa. Not limited to two parties. Okay? It can be more than two. Can be more than two. Can be more than two parties. Okay? Although ang nasa definition ng contract between two persons, ibig sabihin nun, hindi pwedeng ang contract includes only one party or one person. Tama, one party. Pero may mga contracts tayo na isang tao, pero may contract. Kasi hindi naman ibig sabihin ng persons ay tao talaga. Party yon. Pwede kasing may isang party at merong isang declaration of will. Ang tawag natin doon, auto contract. Pag sinabing auto contract, isa lang ang party involved, pero dalawa ang will. Kumbaga siya rin ang representative nung taong yon, nakakontrata rin ay siya. Okay? Which is hindi naman prohibited under our Philippine laws. Okay? Walang prohibition sa auto contract. Auto contracts are valid. Okay? Auto contracts are valid. O ano nga ulit ang auto contract? Ulitin natin. So pag sinabi nating auto contract, isa siyang klase ng contract kung saan isang tao ang nag-a-act on behalf of other party and himself, okay, or another person in another capacity para magkaroon ng contract. Okay? Sabi kasi dito, ang ibig sabihin nga natin ng two persons means two parties. It does not necessarily refer two persons. Ibig sabihin, one person can be two parties. Depende yan. Kasi basta may dalawang declaration of will at hindi dalawang will. Magkaiba yung dalawang will sa dalawang declaration of wills. Okay? Example natin is agency. Halimbawa, sa agency, you are the principal and you acted as the agent of another person. So you're not necessarily in contract with yourself, but with the principal of one you are acting agent with. Okay? So parang ganito, halimbawa si A, siya ay principal, kakontrata niya si B, okay? Pero si B, inassign din niya or inappoint din niya bilang agent si A. So therefore, si A parang kakontrata niya ang sarili niya pero hindi talaga. Kasi dalawang declaration of will. Yung will ni A at yung will ni B, both declared separately. So it's as if even though A is only one in the party, but he is acting on behalf of B as another party. That's auto contract and that is valid. No? Yan. So again nga, dito sa two persons, it doesn't necessarily refer to human beings. Okay? By the way, ang tawag pala natin kapag more than two na, halimbawa, tatlo kayo sa contract, tripartite. Pag naman more than three na, or mas marami pa sa tatlo, multi-partite na kayo. So pag tatlo na, kayo ay tripartite. Kumbaga tatlo kayong parties. Okay? Halimbawa, merong isang borrower, merong isang lender, meron pang isang guarantor. So tatlo kayo sa party. Okay? So tripartite kayo. Pag naman more than three na, edi multi-partite na kayo. Multi-partite. Okay? Ayan. And then dito sa two persons natin, it can be natural, yun nga yung human beings. It can be natural, it can also be uh, artificial, kagaya ng partnership at saka corporations. Meaning to say, partnerships and corporations can also be a contract, a party to the contract. Okay? And then yung natural, ito yung humans. So, ibig sabihin, pwedeng mag-contract ang isang tao at ang isang corporation. Okay? Yan. Pwede rin namang corporation sa corporation. Pwedeng partnership sa partnership. Kasi nga parehas naman silang merong right to contract. Okay? So, yun. Punta naman tayo sa characteristic ng isang contract bago tayo pumunta sa essential sa requisites.